Hello everyone, I hope that this video will work. I will explain a little bit what is this PASS tool and more importantly what is the main idea behind. So first of all, what is the problem that is addressed? What is the questions that this thing is trying to answer? Is basically if we are conceiving the construction of an health facility, we should be able to answer to these two very simple questions. Why we are building that facility in that place instead of somewhere else, and why that facility has been conceived in a way and not in another way. So what I'm talking about here is about the size of the facility, the number of beds, the number of staff, what kind of services. And I do strongly believe that these two questions, this set of questions, is the core of the accountability that should be attached to such a big decision like building a new hospital. This work, this whole experience start from the Juba project. As I guess you all remember, I was in charge of that experience, and I came up with a pre-feasibility design that follow a certain structure. This structure, I believe, was positive because at the end, from the initial idea from operation, it provides a set of information that was used to revise the initial idea, and in that case the revision was complete. At the beginning we wanted to build an hospital, at the end we didn't want anymore. And I believe that the information that was provided helped to take that decision. The process was basically organized in a way that frame each specific role of all the people involved according to their specific competencies. So what I'm talking about is that from the field, very specific context information was requested and gathered. From the headquarters, very technical information, expert information was gathered about the medical services and all the rest. Everything was put together, and models and projections were made, and as I said, this set of information was used to provide the feedback, to go back to the initial proposal. According to that experience, the lesson that I learned was that that structure had to win certain resistance. First of all, the idea that the first part, the need assessment, was something that was required, that was supposed to be done, but just because we have to, not because it's the base to build all the next step. So there was a certain reluctancy to invest resources in assessment. Second thing was that I didn't experience the request to understand what were the consequences that we should expect from a certain proposals. What were the financial consequences, what were the human resources consequences, and what were the performance that we could expect from a certain proposal rather than another one. And finally, what I experienced was an excessive, according to my opinion, focus on the architectonic plan, the blueprints, the drawings. Everybody wanted to see the blueprints, and then from the blueprints revise the process and adjust the functions and the specification of the different services. I do believe that this is not the most efficient way to do it, because it creates a loop. I believe that first we should define once and for all the functions and then the specification, and then once these are defined, we go for the blueprints and we go for the fine tuning of the proposal. So if that was the Juba experience, PASS came as an idea to create a tool to enforce, to incentivize a process that instead of applying the not efficient response on the left, was an incentive to go to the process that it's pictured on the right. What is basically doing PASS is helping to go in this direction, and I will explain with a few slides what is this direction. Let's say that we want to build something in a certain place. Here I took Juba because I have an emotional affiliation with that. We have an idea, we go in the place and we try to get all the information about that specific place. So first of all, we gather information about our target population. We try to get demographic profile. We try to get all the aerial information, everything that we get. We assess the health system. We assess all the facilities. We map them all. We check what kind of services are offered in every single facility. We check how many medical staff are working there. We try to identify exactly what is the system, what are the gaps, and according to those gaps and according to our own portfolio of choice, then we do the homework. What I mean with homeworks, we move from the idea of, okay, I identified a certain gap and then I want to cover it with a facility that should provide certain services in certain numbers. And finally, I translate this operational idea according to the guidelines, according to the specification that we already have in terms of construction, and a proposal is conceived with full specification. So again, just to make a schematic representation, we go for options. We go for option 1, that is a facility with a certain layout and a certain number of staff which can achieve certain results. These options should be compared, so I should generate different options to see, okay, what if I increase, what are the gains of that increase, and so on and so forth. I depict a full response that can help me to understand exactly what is the good size or what is the good target. And PASS is basically supporting the generation of these full proposals of project. I will stop now and then I invite you for the second part.